Welcome into the Rowdy Studios with Reid Spencer of Sporting News. I'm Bess Masters. That's Buzz Cutler. Okay, Reid, silly season update from you, because now that Carl Edwards is signed, well, all these other drivers are supposed to get slotted in, and Clint Bowyer is going to re-sign with RCR, and Danica Patrick's going to get her deal done, and it's all going to fall into place. What's happened?
Yeah, I mean, I want to know where all these dominoes are. They seem to not have fallen as they were supposed to after Carl Edwards, the big domino supposedly in this game, signed his contract with Roush Fenway Racing. Clint Bowyer being the next big domino, I would say, and really the marquee driver that's left on the market in free agency, because actually Juan Pablo Montoya did tell me at Pocono that he has had an agreement with Chip Ganassi, with Earnhardt Ganassi Racing, and expects to sign within 2 weeks. Well, those 2 weeks are almost up. But Bowyer, in Bowyer's case, I think that Bowyer's idea of what a guy who has won 4 Cup races is worth differs from what Richard Childress thinks a guy who has won 4 races in Cup is worth, and they have not been able to get together on money. That's my understanding as far as Bowyer goes. Okay. So, I think Bowyer's still out there in the market. I think.
What is the market?
Well, the market, for one thing, is since Joe Gibbs Racing failed to land Carl Edwards and failed to find somebody to represent the Home Depot car as that was going to be, they may look at Bowyer and may think that he is a good substitute, somebody who can now compete with the Lowe's car and the Menards car, which has been outrunning the Home Depot car, overall for the year. So, given the fact that the 2 home improvement competitors are now outrunning Home Depot, I think Home Depot would like to see a little bit more competitive driver in that car, although Logano had a good finish at Watkins Glen.
Well, there was all this pressure on Carl Edwards. You got to get this done. We're getting late in the season. Are we going to start to see that kind of pressure for Clint Bowyer? I mean, it really is getting to be fairly late in the season to get budgets set, to get sponsorships lined up, et cetera, for next year.
Yeah, I mean, things can go later at this point than they could in the past. The only real early deadline is around July 1st, when they have to make the die-cast orders in China. And beyond that, I think they can put together a deal fairly quickly with all the, the graphic design capabilities and computer stuff that we have now. It's pretty easy to put together a paint scheme for a car or something like that. But, that being said, a driver wants to know where he's going to be racing next year. And I think Clint expected to be signed at this point and perhaps didn't expect to get the pushback he's gotten on price.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.